I'm Dr. Tiffany Lamonde from Lamonde Wellness, and today I'm going to share a short video with you about how to make something I call bubbly juice. First, quick little disclaimer. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and make sure that you seek a proper medical professional for your unique individual needs. So one of the things that I really spend a lot of time talking to my patients about is how to make small changes in their dietary habits that can help sort of move the glacier, if you will, toward their individual health and wellness. And one of the things that I really try to get people to reduce and or eliminate is soda, for a whole host of reasons, which I will not go into in this video, other than it's essentially just empty calories. There's no nutrients in any of it, and it is a ton of sugar and it is a ton of calories. And there is even some research that in teenage boys, the majority of their calories can come from soda, which is crazy to me, but that's a thing. So what I want to do today is offer an alternative that I think is delicious and that we do in my family regularly. So it's kind of a funny story. My son was little and he used to call this bubbly juice. So in my house we call it bubbly juice. You can call it a spritzer, you can call it seltzer water with a splash of juice, you can call it mock soda, call it whatever you want. But this is a much improved alternative. So we use, this is more than an 8-ounce glass, but let's say, for example, in an 8-ounce glass, you might have 1 ounce of it as juice. So approximately an eighth of it, or, in our case, this is probably more like a 12th. So in this particular juice, I'm going to kind of give you an example of what we would use. I like to use a really dark juice, and the reason why is that it tends to be higher in the types of things that would be antioxidants. 100% juice, so that any of the sugars that are coming from it are from actual fruit juice. Now let me be clear, it's not like this is any sort of health food in regards, like it's not like pureed fruit that's being put in here, although you could do that. It would have some more of the fiber, etc. But this is squeezed, so you lose all of the fiber. But compared to just straight, corn syrup, this is a nice jump in the right direction. This particular juice is from Aldi. It's organic. It's called their Antioxidant Power 100% juice. And just as an example of what's in it, pomegranate, tart cherry, red grape, purple carrot, cranberry, and blueberry. So like, for example, tart cherry has been shown to help people who have gout. And then, all of these are very high in antioxidants. Now granted, we're only going to use like 1 ounce of this. So if a serving of this is 140 calories in an 8-ounce serving, and we use 1 ounce, we're using about 18 calories. So compare that to, say, a can of soda. That is a huge improvement. In addition to that, this is only going to have about 4 grams of sugar, whereas a soda, depending on which brand you use, is so much more. Even this, if you drank the whole 8 ounces of it, would be 32 grams of sugar. So I'm going to show you how we do this. Very simple. This is seltzer water. Also, this is from Aldi. I'm not sponsored by them, although I shop there all the time. And this is just an Italian mineral water. It's a sparkling water. And you're going to fill it up, except for the last little smidgy bit, okay? And I like to do, like I said, the really dark juice, because look, even when I just add maybe 1 ounce of juice, it's like this nice color, and it's now slightly sweetened. I think the closest thing I could equate this to is like an Izzy's. An Izzy's, I think, is a very similar type of product, but this is much cheaper. You can even buy 2-liter bottles of seltzer water. I think Publix sells them for, I think it's around $1, and then get a really good quality juice. You could get like a pomegranate juice that's straight, but I really like this one in particular. And now we have a bubbly juice. Let's see. Yummy. It's really good. So hope this is a little activity, a little switch, a small shift in dietary habits that might help you, nudge you toward a healthier lifestyle for those of you who are trying to manage your weight by significantly reducing the calories and sugars in some of the drinks that you consume. You can start to make change. Now that said, you can also just have the seltzer water, or of course I encourage you to drink plain water. But there's a lot of people that they say, I don't like plain water, which is crazy to me, because to me water doesn't have a taste, but maybe that's the problem. We're so accustomed culturally to having a taste. So the other alternatives or things you could add to this, a slice of lemon, a slice of lime, make cucumber water. You can distill that in the refrigerator. Make an herbal tea where you just steep the tea bags, but you don't necessarily have to add a sweetener or sugar to that. So there's all sorts of alternatives, and that would potentially, depending on the tea that you have, also add some antioxidants and you know, that help scavenge free radicals in your body. The other thing that you can do is you can use regular teas like green tea, white tea, black tea. Now, keep in mind, depending on which type of tea you're using, they have progressively more caffeine. So like black tea has more than green and white, but they are not absent of caffeine. So if you're trying to improve your sleep patterns, or if you're trying to not have a dependence on caffeine, then I would steer clear of those and stick to more of an herbal tea that is caffeine free, or something like this. I hope that you find this helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again in our next video for Lamonde Wellness.